Hello. Welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday, right? Happy Wednesday. Oh, yes, in the comments. It's already Wednesday. Hello. I always have to think about what day it is. Hello. Hello, TikTok. Hello, YouTube. How are you guys today? I am exhausted. I am tired, big tired. Big tired. Woo. Hi, good morning. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon. Here for the end of the world. It's my first into the world, guys. I'm kind of nervous. Can't. Hello. I'm so tired. It's going to be a good day for channeling, though. The more tired I am, the easier the channeling comes out because I'm basically asleep. So, hello. Oh gosh, big yawns. It is going to be a good channeling day. Whoa, we are already having energetic shifts. Oh my God. Good. Hello, Sassy Nana. Hello, Lisa, Annalise. Hello. Hi. I mean, if you're losing your shit, that's okay. I mean, literally, the name of this live is "It's okay to be overwhelmed." Like, it's okay. Look up a Bozeman, Montana again. It's okay. I am exhausted. I am so tired. I did travel the day after the time change from the West Coast to the East Coast. So instead of traveling back in time 3 hours, it felt like, or I skipped over, not back in time, but it felt like I skipped over 4 hours instead of 3 hours. I'm tired. I've got a lot of jet lag, also all the energy. I'm so tired. Hello. Hello from Baltimore. What's up, Unicorn Butt Sparkles? Brenda's here. So many good people here. Copper Witch obviously is here. Aaron. Hello. It's so good. Oh, yes. Hello and sweet day to all of you pretties. Yes. I love these positive comments. You guys are so great. I am so tired, but I want to talk to you guys about stuff because I'm only doing a one live this week because I do need a break. Um, so today's the only live, and so I wanted to check in with you guys. We're not like we didn't release anything. We're not letting you guys know of any new products or anything. Nothing new. I just wanted to like sit with you guys and talk with you guys because there's a bunch freaking going on. I have a little note card off to the side. I want to set it up so it's out of the way. There we go. Okay, so here's the deal. It's okay to be overwhelmed. Like, it's okay. It's actually okay to be overwhelmed because if you are if you're overwhelmed, that's just data, right? That's just data of your body, your soul, whatever it is that feels overwhelmed. Oh my God, I'm gonna start channeling all the yawns. That's what that means. That's just data for you yourself communicating to your conscious self, right? Saying, hey, we're going about this maybe the wrong way. We're not super in alignment with either how we're paying attention to stuff or we are paying attention to too much stuff. We're paying attention to too much of what we don't prefer instead of what we do prefer, right? That's all that overwhelm is, right? Overwhelm, anxiety, if you just feel unsure, all of that stuff. It's literally okay to be overwhelmed. It's okay to be overwhelmed, then I'm so okay. Oh, that's gosh, the yawns. I'm telling you, the yawns. Oh God, here it goes. Oh my God. I'm gonna start channeling her in a second. I can't. Oh, I'm so tired. Um, so here's the thing. There's a frigging lot, like there's a lot happening. Okay, there's a lot. My eyes twitching. Can you see it? Did it stop? It was twitching. I think I got one good twitch in. My left eye, that's interesting. Left side of your body is spiritual side, the right side of your body is physical. There's just a lot of energy. It feels like electricity, right? It feels like spiritual electricity zapping through and upgrading and realigning and like, shifting and all of these things. There's so much happening. We are in a big tower moment together is literally what's happening, right? These timelines are collapsing down in, we're coming closer to this nodal point of where we have this big shift in humanity, like a bigger one than we've ever had before. And what's happening is it's a big tower moment personally, but also for the world, right? For all of us. So it's okay to feel overwhelmed. It's just all that it is just freaking it's just data, right? It's just data saying, hey, you're not doing this in the most aligned way, right? So if you are feeling overwhelmed or anxious or you're unsure about what's going on, it's okay. But here's the deal. We don't want to bypass our feelings, right? Bypassing our feelings is like the toxic positivity stuff, right? We don't want to bypass our feelings, but we also don't want to get stuck in anxiety land, right? We also don't want to pre-panic. Because what's the point? Pre panicking is just manifesting the thing that you are panicked about. That's all that it is, right? And so we don't want to bypass, but we don't want to pre panic. You want to find somewhere kind of balanced right in the middle, right? So we want to feel our feelings and let our feelings be just be data. Let our feelings, and I talk about our feelings being data in the I think I talk about it in the channeling trilogy, the Hear Your Higher Self. I think that's where I talk about that. Talk about it in one of those expansion packs. But it's just a time for us to go, okay, I have these feelings. What are they telling me? It's triggered by something that's pointing to a shadow, or I feel upset that's pointing to a limiting belief. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just a lot of data, and that's okay because we don't want to spiritually bypass because the only way out is through. You have to move through it. You have to feel your shit. You have to, right? But you have to also not pre-panic, right? You have to feel the feelings, but not get so stuck in the feelings. So it's a balance of both. Anyway, at some point on this live, I'm going to allow you guys to ask some just general questions about stuff that's going on. I'm trying not to keep it personal, and I'm not gonna be able to answer all of them, but I'll channel some of them, the ones that I feel drawn to channel about, because there's like a lot. There's like so much going on right now. I'm not even seeing all these comments. There's so many good comments. Tower is favorite card in the deck. I love the Tower card. I love the Tower card and I love the Death card. I love both of those cards because it means all the old stuff is ending and all the new stuff that you've been wanting to have is about to begin, right? I love that so much. So where are we? And be honest, because this is like the safest space. This is such a safe space. I love you so much. We can so be honest, because if we can't be honest, then my God, you're never gonna figure yourself out, right? You're never gonna get out of the mess that you feel like you're in. So let's be honest. Have we been spiritually bypassing? Have we been like positive poly toxic style where we're not recognizing our feelings and not moving through anything? Are we pre-panicking, which is on the other end of that spectrum, right? Are we pre-panicking? And saying, oh my God, I'm preparing for the apocalypse and all, you know what I mean? Like the worst possible things that can happen, which by the way, have you watched my video today? I know I dropped it right before this live, but have you watched my video today? Because I talk about the phrase that changed my life in that video. We can talk about that too a little bit. Compartmentalizing, yeah. Learning balance, good, good. Starting to get really anxious this morning, but then I meditate and I feel a lot better. Yeah, meditation. On my travel day back from the West Coast to the East Coast, which was Monday, today's Wednesday, which was Monday, I had a lot of panic. And that's weird for me. I don't usually panic. I usually am like very neutral, very observant, and I don't absorb, but apparently I was absorbing everything and it was so much and I felt so much panic. And I meditated when I had a chance to, and it like healed me so much. It healed me. Noticing others showing their ego and insecurities. Good. Yeah. Noticing, observing, not absorbing. So good. Yeah. That's really good. Yeah. And it's okay if you're like, oh my God, I've been bypassing. Oh my God, that's me. And it's also okay if you're like, oh my God, I've been pre panicking because recognizing it is the gift and recognizing it is allowing you to come back to center. Right. So, like, it's okay. Yeah. Like, I pre panic a lot, but the universe helped me through it by not giving me any money to doom spend. You know what, Becca? Hell yeah. That is a good way to look at it. And I love that. I love that, Becca. Good. Yeah. The universe is allowing you to reset yourself so you don't doom spend your money. Good. Yeah. Pre panicking isn't great because pre panicking just shows us that we are literally creating the reality in which we don't prefer the most. That's all that pre-panicking is. It doesn't actually prepare you for anything. The thing that I hate to hear the most is I'm expecting the best but preparing for the worst. No, you're not. No, you're not. If you are preparing for the worst, you are not expecting the best because you, in fact, cannot do both of those things at the same time. You cannot prepare for something and expect something different because in the preparing of it, you are expecting it, you are attracting it, you are creating it, right? All of that stuff is happening. Um, Spiritual bypassing, yeah, as an empath, I have difficult time with watching the news. Yeah, well, spiritual bypassing doesn't mean not watching the news. Spiritual bypassing is I feel an icky feeling and I'm just going, everything's gonna be okay. That's okay. Everything's gonna be fine. And every time you have an icky feeling, you shove it away instead of letting that icky feeling say, what is this telling me? What story am I telling myself with this icky feeling? And then you can just move through it and release it and you don't have it anymore, right? You're aware, but not trying to take it all as your own. Good, good. I let myself feel it, but I have a time limit 5 minutes and let it go. Great. Yeah. A personal time limit is really great. Yeah. Been having my backside kicked hard with the energies lately. Growth is happening as I let go of what no longer serves me. It's just so much of what I let go of. Yeah. So here's the thing, we have no personal control over what happens in the world. We have no personal control at all. We have no ability to control what happens out there in the world and when the towers finally fall and when we shift humanity, but we do have control over when we shift personally, individually, right? So if you don't have control over it, why would you panic? What's the freaking point? What's that doing? It's just ruining all the time you have now to work on yourself. That's all that it's doing, right? Yeah. Joining at 11:11, no big deal. You guys are so funny. Yeah, watching the events unfold like an old movie. Also, hi Brad, I need to text you. I know there's more to come and to move on. There's so much more to come. There's so much more. I am so sorry to have to tell you this. I guess I'm really not sorry to tell you this. I'm glad to be able to tell you this actually. There's so much more that's going to happen. The ramping up is beginning and we're getting in there, but it's not done. There's a lot more that needs to happen because we're at the end of all these cycles. Every individual on this entire planet has cycles that are coming to a close, just like you, all of us. The important thing is don't pay attention to other people's stories. They're not yours. Mind your business. Mind your business, you guys. You have to mind your own business. You're going to be continuously overwhelmed and it's going to get bad, right? That's it. It's mind your business time. Mind your business, and then you can help you and then your neighbors. But you have to help you first. Put your own oxygen mask on first, right? It is it is a marathon, not a sprint kind of journey. That's exactly right. Yeah. Yeah, shit those shadows right out. Flush those cycles. Shit those shadows right out. Such shadow shitting. Golly, I can't believe that's what we all latched on to. That of all the things I've ever said and ever taught you is we're just gonna shit our shadows out. That clearing a shadow feels like taking a big poop. That's the thing. So that's the thing. Here's the thing, we don't have to pay attention to other people's stories, right? We don't have to. You're going to see the things are going to come across your path that are important for you to notice, important for you to hear about, and stories that can help you learn through your own things, right? And stories that can help you shift in your own way, but you don't have to pay attention to everything. You can't because you're going to get overwhelmed. You're not going to be able to do anything, right? So, yeah. It's really not surprising, but it is hilarious. Yeah. You're right, Anton. It's really not surprising. I mean, I know you guys. It's really not surprising at all. You little freaks. I freaking love you guys so much. I love my little freaks because I'm a little freak too. It's so perfect. Shadow shitting. I can't. Oh, Nita. Yeah. I started making a list of triggers that pop up so I can make sure to do the shadow work on them. That's beautiful. That's really good. Yes. Oh, tiny paintbrush. Yes, I found that focusing on my own story still helps other people by proxy. Sure the hell does. It sure the hell does. Yeah. Tired of hanging on while feeling irrelevant. Well, if you're feeling irrelevant, that just means your focus is in the wrong place. That means you're feeling irrelevant because you're making yourself irrelevant. I love you so much. You're not focusing on yourself. That's why you feel irrelevant. You need to focus on yourself. You need to let yourself feel relevant. And then other people will see that. No one else can see your worth if you don't see it. Because if you can't see your worth, who else is going to see it, right? They see your worth when you see it. Yeah. Everyone is inherently protected. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Everyone is inherently protected. We can focus on the things that are helping us through our own journey, but really we need to be focusing on ourselves the most, right? Focusing on starting your own garden and growing your own food. Oh, I love that, Jill. I love that. Yeah, I would love to grow my own vegetables. There are synchronicities with color. Yeah, 100%. Like any color, there could be synchronicities with color. Yeah, 100%. I just love you guys so much. It feels so good to know that there are other people who just want to feel better and want the world to feel better as well. But we can't control how the world feels. We can want it. We can love humanity, but we can't force things to happen or go along or force people to grow, right? Because nobody can force you to grow until you are ready, right? So, what's important is that we heal ourselves because it raises the frequency of the world and it makes it just a little bit easier for everyone else around you to heal themselves as well. So, okay, when can we expect the 5e split? We're in it right now, baby. It's a process. It's a process that's probably going to take a few years, to be honest with you. A few years is what I keep hearing, but we're literally inside of the 3D 5D split right now. It's already started to happen because you can tell there are people living in completely alternate realities, right? There are people who fully believe that certain people in charge in the government have their back and have their best interest in mind. And then there are other people who fully believe that those people are only self-serving, right? And so it is important that as we continue to split and our realities start to become more and more contrasty, right? We're going to see the contrast happen more and more and more. That you focus on where you prefer instead of where other people seem to be existing, because it's not our business. It's not our business where other people are existing. Oh, and we are still, yes, Roxy, we are still doing that 7 p.m. global guided meditation. Remember the one to raise the mother effing frequency? Mother effing frequency. We're all doing it every single night at 7 p.m. your local time. If you're on TikTok, it's in my link tree right at the top. So you click that bio link and it's right there. And if you're on YouTube, it's pinned to the top of my page, my YouTube page, right? We're splitting like a can of biscuits. Yeah. Yeah. So there's no changing people, but there is changing you, right? We're doing it every night. And if you can't do it every night, you do it the nights that you can. But we're hitting it hard every single night. The global guided meditation, 7 p.m. your local time. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. If souls always exist, the question is, will the orange man's soul be floating around in the universe with us too? Here's the thing. I'm going to explain souls. We have source energy, which is the God energy. I mean, we are the God energy, but we have source energy. Think of source energy like a big giant orb, because that's what energy is like a light orb. That's what it visually is, right? Okay. That's source. And source energy at one point goes, I would like to experience everything from every perspective. And it's split into infinite parts. That's called souls. And we have a soul. And every time you incarnate, like here on earth, right? Your soul, also a light orb of energy, okay, light orb of energy. Your soul goes, I want to experience a physical incarnation. So it takes like 1 to 2%. This is just for Earth, takes 1 to 2% of your energy in your soul, like orb, and it concentrates those elements down right into the center of your freaking soul. So you actually are not, you haven't left your soul. You're still inside of your soul. And that is your perspective of your physical incarnation. So I am Sam, but I am so much more than Sam, because I am also the soul that encompasses all of me. And that soul is also part of source energy. So think of source energy like the ocean. Okay. And a drop of water from the ocean is like a soul coming out of source energy. Does that make sense? Yeah. Oh yeah, the person in white. I talked about one of the deeper downloads. Nothing new, but I channel it, and when I channel like do precog stuff and the energy shifts and it's not going to happen anymore, I can't find it anymore, if that makes sense. Like I try to tap back into it, it's like it's gone. That channeled information is still there. The people running around panicking, literally lighting things on fire, destroying documents is still happening. That was all happening in the White House. The thing where they're all at the black tie event and it's nighttime and there's like pillars of marble. It looks like marble. I don't know if it actually is. And like floors of what looks like marble. And then they're surrounded and the whole organization gets taken down at one time and forcibly removed. All of that happens. But I can't tell when. My assumption is spring, because something huge is happening right around Easter and I can feel a giant energetic shift. I just don't know if it is or not. So, but I'm still seeing all of that. And I'm still seeing at some point everyone puts their weapons down and walks away and says, I'm not freaking doing this. Haven't you guys seen the all the videos on social media of people being like, here's what I'm gonna do if I'm drafted. I'm gonna ruin it. I'm gonna make everything terrible. I'm not gonna fight for this, right? Have you guys seen all those things? And some people are making jokes about it and some people are being serious about it, but, this guys, I'm 43, so I'm one of those elder millennials or sometimes a zennial. My generation doesn't wanna do it, and all the generations below me are, like, absolutely freaking not, and I was actually talking about this with my girlfriend last night. I think it was last night, timey-wimey. My generation, the zennial, alright, I'm 43, I was born in 1983. My generation was taught to um, comply, to be obedient. Just like all the generations that are older than me, we were taught to be obedient, be little followers. You got to listen, be a good little worker, be okay. All right. Then the generation right below mine, right below the elder millennial or the zennials, was taught to be more independent. And then the ones below them, even more independent and even more independent. Guys, they're not going to blindly follow orders like most of my generation did, right? Yeah. So the question back to what's going to happen with this orange soul, is the orange person's soul going to be with us? The orange person's soul is already with us. But here's the thing, you guys are thinking about him in the worst possible light because that's how we're seeing him and that's how we're perceiving him and experiencing him right now. But the orange one is more than just what you see, more than just that incarnation. The orange one is also an entire soul, right? And souls are not inherently good or bad, they just are, right? So that soul is way more than that. This orange person was 100%, has 100% incarnated here to help shift humanity because we needed something like that. We needed something that was just so insane and so destructive that the whole system breaks down. Does that make sense? That's what we needed here, or this was going to continue forever, right? So this is actually a gift, no matter how you look at it, right? So this soul is not evil. Souls are not evil, right? It's it's needed. It's needed. Yeah. Yeah, Chris Bledsoe, Dolores Cannon, even Bashar, all of the things they've been saying this whole time is lining up. Yep. No, that doesn't give him a pass. But what if sometimes souls, this is going to sound so insane because I didn't believe this for a long time. I'm not asking you to believe it. I'm just giving you this as a possibility of something that I believe to be true. Okay. Sometimes souls come down here to play the antagonist, to play the bad guy, to play the one that's going to push everyone's freaking buttons so they actually freaking do something for a change, right? Because sometimes we reincarnate over and over and over again and we don't do the things that we intend to do because we can't seem to get out of our own freaking way, right? And so sometimes we need somebody to come down here and push our buttons and make us uncomfortable. So, no, not everybody's script is not predetermined. Here's what we do. We choose this conversation's getting really big today. What we do when we make our incarnation plan is we choose basically the general broad idea of what we want to experience, what kind of karma we want to rebalance, things like that. That's like a big general. This Bashar explains it like a hallway. Like you pick the hallway that you want to walk down, and it's a big wide hallway. And then once you get here, you can choose how to walk down that hallway, or if you don't want to walk down that hallway at all. And a lot of people are choosing not to walk down the hallway at all, and so they're stuck in this incarnation cycle because their soul's like, I want to learn this stuff. They incarnate, and then they can't seem to like walk down the freaking hallway as much as they want to, or sometimes at all. And so you need someone to kind of push and prod you down the hallway, right? Like, okay, was I meant to be an ICU nurse forever? Obviously not, because I'm doing this now, right? It wasn't an alignment for me to be an ICU nurse forever. I needed something to push me out of there. I would have probably retired as a nurse. Do you know what I'm saying? I needed something to push me out of there. I needed my previous relationship to do something that pushed me out of there, to make me go, oh my God, I don't want this anymore, because I wasn't meant to be with that person forever, because I was meant to be by myself for a long time so I could learn about myself and grow as a human, and then to be with somebody else who could meet me at the level I was now at. Do you see what I'm saying? We need things to push us. So sometimes souls come down here to act like the bad guy and to be the villain and to be the protagonist or antagonist, right? Sometimes we need that. So it doesn't mean you guys are thinking, and I love you so much. You guys are thinking very much like humans because you guys are wanting him to pay and you're wanting him to be punished. And I'm going to tell you this now because I wish that somebody told me this, okay, when I was trying to make sense of all this. Wanting someone to pay for their crimes, I understand, right? That's a very 3D mindset. We are trying to move to the 5D. So here's an option. We could just allow the karma to balance out by itself instead of trying to take control and saying, no, I have to balance it out. I have to make sure that this person pays. I have to make sure, right? That this person, it's not, I know that you want him to pay, but you wanting him to pay for what he's done against humanity is only keeping you in the 3D state and is actually not helping him pay for his crimes. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? And it's okay to be human. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But you guys wanting him to pay for his crimes and be focused on, I want him out, I want him arrested, I want him in prison, is just keeping you in the 3D energy. That's all that it is, and it is so tough to swallow it, and if it's too much right now to understand, I'm not asking you to force yourself to understand it. I'm just offering that, and you're just gonna do with it what you can, and that's okay. That's okay. We don't have to understand everything. Karma will always the universe will always balance itself out. Always, 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 right? Always, always, always. Okay? I know that this is hard. I know this is a lot. This got really heavy today, and that's okay. Yeah, it's hard. Making people pay, yeah, is really just more it's just adding more karmic imbalance for yourself, right? So, like, if you go out somebody murders someone in your family, I know this is extreme, but if somebody murders you in, murders your family member, and then you go out and you murder them back, you're just creating more karma for yourself, right? So, it's got really deep for my brain today. I'm really tired. It's a lot. It's a lot right now. What will NHI help accomplish in 2026? What's NHI? Kimasabi, what's NHI? Let me know what that is. I don't think we're doing that flash of light anymore. I used to tap in and I could see that big flash of light, and I don't see that flash of light anymore. I think we've shifted enough where that flash isn't going to happen. The shift is still going to happen, but it's not a flash. National Health Institution. That's right. I was like, why does it sound so familiar? It's like I was never a nurse. Um, what will the NHI help accomplish? Not a lot, because all these systems are crumbling. What I see is energy happening at the surface, but underneath everything is crumbling and crumbling and crumbling, and eventually it's going to reach the surface because we have to do things in different ways. Most of these systems aren't going to accomplish very much. It's going to be the people. It's not going to be the systems we put into place, because the systems that we've put into place are not serving us, they're serving themselves. Does that make sense? Does it make sense? Oh god, no, you meant non-human intelligence. Okay. Oh, the aliens, like the extraterrestrials. Well, the extraterrestrials help accomplish in 2026, 2027. Well, the extraterrestrials, first of all, have been here the whole time. They've never not been here, but them showing up more and more and more is just ripping open people's perspectives and brains and showing that, oh my God, we actually aren't alone. Because knowing extraterrestrials exist and seeing extraterrestrials, completely different thing, right? Knowing extraterrestrials exist, but seeing them with your eyeballs is so very different, right? So extraterrestrials are just opening up our possibility, our perspective, going, oh my God, we really aren't alone. Oh my God, there really is higher intelligence life out there, higher vibrational frequency life out there, I guess is what you could say. And so the more that we see these extraterrestrials, their ships and the extraterrestrials in general, the more that we see them, the more we feel them. And the more you feel them, all of that propaganda of aliens are going to come take over our planet, aliens are bad, and aliens are going to kill us, and all those movies that we've been inundated with our entire lives, all that stuff doesn't matter. And that's pure propaganda. It's been pure propaganda the entire time and on purpose for a reason, right? That stuff will not matter because we can feel it. And you can't once you feel the presence of an extraterrestrial, I'm getting full body goosebumps. You cannot gaslight yourself into saying that that was something anything other than good, because their frequency is so much higher than our density frequency. It feels incredible. It feels really good. And so you just know that it's good by the way that it feels. Does that make sense? Are they extraterrestrial or interdimensional beings? Both. Extraterrestrial and interdimensional, both. And there is a difference, but there can be some overlap. Yeah. I have felt the presence of extraterrestrials, and I have astral projected and seen extraterrestrials in my astral body, but I have not seen it in my physical human body. Oh, open contact. So here's the thing with abduction. I'm going to offer you a perspective, and you don't have to agree with it. This extraterrestrial abduction idea is a misunderstanding because we can't actually be abducted, because anyone who has been taken physically by extraterrestrials has had an agreement with extraterrestrials before you incarnated to work with this particular group of extraterrestrials. And if we see it as abduction, it's because our human mind is starting to remember parts of it, and our human doesn't remember because we have the veil of forgetting, but our soul remembers, right? And so our human is very scared about it. So if you've had an extraterrestrial experience where you feel like you've been abducted, I would sit with that in meditation and say, can you show me the whole picture? Like, can you show me the whole picture? I mean, if it's BS to you, then it doesn't resonate, and that's okay. That's okay. So, but we do have these agreements because they can't just like, they're not going to violate our free will. That's the one thing that can't be violated, is that they can't violate our free will. So, those are pre-agreements, but our human side necessarily doesn't always remember the pre-agreements that we've made. So, anyway. Oh my god, you want an expansion pack on astral projection? Every time you guys ask for these things, I go, I wouldn't know how to do that. And my guides are like, shut up. Yes, you do. I didn't know how to teach you guys how to channel, and look at me now. You're up to the thing. You guys are expanding this shit out of me. Astral projection. Corey, can you make a note on that as a possibility on the list of expansion packs? Astral projection. You guys are just expanding me so much. So much. Ugh. Okay. Growth, baby. Thank you for pushing me. Thanks, Corey. Are extraterrestrials ancestors? They could be. Oh gosh. That person reported my live. That person who didn't agree with me on extraterrestrials, I think, reported my live on TikTok. So if you're on TikTok, my live has been muted for 10 minutes because somebody got their feelings hurt. So if you could please interact with my live. If you could please, people get mad, feelings are big, I understand. It's okay. But if you could share my live, help me get out of TikTok live jail. Things like that. That would be really great. No. It's just not being shared outside of who's already in here. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. It's okay if we're triggered. It's okay. Lots of things are happening. Emotions are big. Emotions are big. It's just new people aren't being shown the live is all that it is. So interacting, sharing, liking the live. Thank you so much. It's okay. It's okay to be triggered, you guys. It's okay. Sometimes we have to have the big feelings and then go be mad about it later and then think about it, and it triggers a little thought that you can't let go of. Then it helps you see a different perspective. That's okay. Oh, we can still talk about ETs. Yeah, it's okay. It's totally okay. And you don't have to agree with anything I say. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just sharing what I believe to be true with my heart. That's also okay. Yeah. Yeah, TikTok doesn't really check what the information is. And they don't give me a way to get away from it. So thank you. Thank you for that. And I no hate at all to that person who is triggered. That's okay. I understand being triggered. I've been mad before too. Like, that's okay. Um it's just a lot. Yeah, me being triggered, although I don't. Oh, TikTok won't let you share it now. Yeah. It's because I got muted. It's just for 10 minutes. That's okay. We can talk about something else though. Um, I'm not doing any more in-person retreats because people just stopped coming. We even had our very last one in Long Beach, which is where more of my followers are. It was like the biggest concentration of my followers, and that was the smallest retreat that we had. So people just aren't coming to those in-person events. We're doing everything online. That's what we're doing the open channeling for. We're gonna have open channeling when later this month. We haven't even launched it yet. I guess we should probably launch it this week, right? So you can come to open channeling if you want. But that's why we do open channeling. That's why I can hang out with you and like channel for you guys and stuff. I couldn't afford it, guys. I paid, I think, $10,000 out of pocket, like out of my own pocket for that last retreat because people just wouldn't come. I financially cannot do anymore. So, because people aren't buying tickets, so it doesn't pay for the things that we book. You know what I mean? So, anyway. Oh, thanks for the love and the energy. March 22nd is going to be the next open channeling event. So that's a Sunday, right? We don't always do Friday. That's a Sunday. So we'll launch it later this week or early next week, probably early next week because I'm really tired. Open channeling is just 25 US dollars. That's it. That's it. Just 25 US dollars. And we take sponsorships and stuff like that. So yeah. I know, I wish you could have come to one of my retreats too. You can always do the replays. The replays are available on the website. They're linked in the bio, the whole thing. So if you want to do replays of the retreats, all 3 of them are on replay. You can watch the whole thing. So, yeah. Brenda, that's correct. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah. You made it to 2 out of the 3 retreats. You sure did, Lori. That was so good. We are triggering people this fine morning, Amanda. We are. Yeah. Yeah, open channeling is also recorded and everyone gets the replay and with the live event, so you can come to the live or the replay or do both or whatever. Yeah. Oh, Nick, I know you have good energy too. You can watch the replay, which is the whole recording from every minute of the retreat when it was live. It's linked in my bio. They're called Rad Retreats, and they're the replays. They're in there for you if you want to watch them. Triggers do help you heal. Yeah, because if you're not aware of it, you don't know what to heal. Yeah. Clever Girls channeled for me, Sam channeled for me about extraterrestrials visiting me. Oh yeah, I did. I forgot about that. And you spent time meditating on it and you've been able to see them only in your mind. That's great. Human brain is not ready for it in person yet. Yeah, it takes a minute. It takes a minute. Yeah. Yeah. So cute. I love you guys so much. You guys are so sweet. Yeah, triggers are fine. It's okay to have a bunch of triggers. That's okay. Every trigger points to a shadow and you can heal your shadows once you are aware of your trigger. Yeah, that's so good. I love you guys so much. I like genuinely do. Triggers are exciting. Maybe not in the moment. Triggers are not exciting maybe in the moment. That's okay though. Yeah. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Oh no, people just got triggered. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Triggers are portals into your soul. Yep. Most your triggers come from work. Yeah. Anyway, the point is it's okay to feel whatever it is you're feeling because whatever it is you're feeling is just communicating to you what is left to be healed. And that's okay. Like that's okay. Yeah, I can channel some stuff today. I won't be able to answer all the questions and I am tired, but since we're on the second half of this live, can you guys ask me general questions? I probably won't answer personal questions, but if you have general questions that you're about energies going on right now in the world or anything a little bit more general, less personal, ask those and I'll channel some that I'm drawn to. Oh, your kiddo is super scared of her bedroom. Sage it. No, not Sage, Palo Santo. Nita, I immediately saw you using Palo Santo. Palo Santo is gonna clear it enough where your daughter doesn't feel that energy anymore and it's gonna make her feel better. Yeah. Do it again. Maybe have her do it. Have her do it with you. Have her do it with you. Yeah. All right. So let's see. I'm just gonna pick up on a few. If you need help healing faster from surgery, you can read Becoming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza. That will help. Yep. Oh, yeah, open the window when you at Palo Santo. Yeah, do it together, do it with her. Okay, so here's the thing. Is it safe to travel around the US in April? I'm traveling around the US in April, but I can't answer that question for everybody because it depends on, and I'm getting full body chills, so this is the answer for my guides. It depends on what you're focused on. It depends on where you are at energetically with your focus and your attention. Because if you're focused on the world is ending and there's bombs everywhere and the US is has started a war that they can't finish and all kinds of stuff like that, then your energetic focus is on the bad and the scary, and you're attracting that stuff to you. And you're going to have those subconscious micro movements in your day that are going to lead you down those paths, and it's going to direct you towards those things that maybe aren't so great happening in this country. But if you're focused on everything is always working out for me, this is just the ending of cycles, and it can be loud and it can look scary, but it's just the ending of cycles and everything's going to be okay in the end, then you're going to be focused on the more light side, the more positive side of the best things that can happen. Okay. And so that's saying you're going to have subconscious micro movements throughout your day that are going to lead you away from the low vibrational activity and more toward the high vibrational activity. Because here's the thing, when you are in alignment with yourself, it's like, okay, I'm going to give you this example. I think I heard this from Dolores Cannon a long time ago. My guys just popped this memory back in my brain. When you are, let's say that you are wanting to, you're in alignment with yourself and somebody has the news blasting in a room. And if you were to hear what was on that TV, blasting on the TV in that room with the news, it would bring you down and make you sad because it's sad things that are happening on the TV right now, especially on the news, right? And something happens where you were going to walk through that room and catch it, but you, for all of a sudden, wanted to go do this thing over here. It feels like joy to go make yourself a sandwich instead, or go sit outside instead of walking through that room like you do every single day at that time, right? That's because you're focused on more of what's the best that could happen instead of focused on all the bad things that are happening. And so this is a micro movement that you subconsciously are directed away from that thing that you would have noticed that would have dropped your vibration. Does that make sense? Am I making sense with that? My brain is doing a lot of things. I'm up way up here. I'm feeling very lofty. So I just need to make sure that makes sense. It's wherever your focus goes, your energy flows, right? I know we've heard that a lot. Wherever your focus goes, it's that is your like that's your steering wheel of where you're going in your life. So that will completely impact whether it's safe for you personally to travel or not. The question is, when will things feel easier to deal with? Things that can happen immediately. That's a personal level and is irrelevant or completely removed from what's going on earth right now. It's easier to deal with things when you have decided it's easier to deal with things. You have to start saying things like, I get to instead of I need to, or I have to, or things are always working out for me, or right, things like that. It's what you're focused on and how you phrase things. It's your perspective of how you look at things, right? These are really good questions, you guys. How do we respond to people who are focused on the 3D in our lives? Okay. Like my husband is focused on negativity and keep having to shield my energy from it. Well, what you're doing when you feel like you're having to shield your energy from your husband who's focused on negativity is what you're doing is resisting. And that's actually giving it more attention. So that's getting harder and harder and harder to do that. So if you have like a spouse that's super negative around you, instead of shielding yourself from it, every time your husband is focused on something negative, you find the positive in that situation. You find the positive in it somehow, some way, right? There's always going to be some sort of silver lining in every lesson, every difficult scenario. So you find that, and then you just think about that while he's focused on the negative, right? You have to look at it from your perspective instead of absorbing your husband's perspective. Does that make sense? He likes politics and the news, and I don't like to engage. Yeah, you don't have to engage. That's free will, baby. You literally just don't have to engage. If he wants to watch the news and you're in the room and he turns on the TV, you can give him a little kiss on the cheek and go, I would rather not listen to that. I'm going to go sit outside. And you let him live his life and you go live your life too, right? You don't have to or you put your headphones in. You don't have to engage at all. You just don't have to pay attention to it, right? That the Chevy mom said, "Can confirm this works with spouses." Yeah, good. Good, good, good. Yeah, show me how good it can get, and that video that I made today about, what's the best that could happen? Because you know how we're programmed to say what's the worst that could happen. If you start saying what's the best that could happen, then that allows you to, see the possible, possibilities instead of the negative possibilities. Yeah. Yeah, and if it feels impossible with somebody, then reconsider that relationship. Is it still serving you? Is this still a relationship that's in alignment with you? Friendship, relationship, whatever, right? Because if you say, I'm not going to listen to that right now, that's okay. You do you. I'm going to go to this other room while you're doing that. And they follow you with that information or they force that information down your throat. That's not a safe space. That's not a safe person, right? Right. Yeah. These are really good questions. Yeah. Yeah, the tote bags that we made for the retreat said, "What's the best that could happen?" Right? They were really cute. Mm. Um, if you can't remember the dreams that you feel are important, but you remember the random ones, the dreams that you feel are important, you're not meant to remember them consciously right now, but they'll come out when it's time for you to remember them. They're in there. You just don't have to keep everything right here in your conscious mind, right? Yeah. Yeah. I told him that I don't want to leave him in the 3D negative vibration world. I want him to level up with me. And here's the thing, you can want it all day long, but they have to want it. We can want it all day long, but it doesn't matter. What matters is they have to want it. And it's okay, whatever they choose. Sometimes they have to bottom out. I know I did. I had to bottom out for me to go, oh my God. And then I picked myself back up and I started to pull my head out of my own ass. And you know what I mean? But I needed that. Okay. I'm going to channel this one. The question is energy around the military or US reservists going active. I'm actually being told to channel about the draft, and I've been avoiding this because I didn't want to, but I keep hearing the word draft in my head over and over again. So let me just channel that, and then I'll do reservists. I know it feels backwards, but I can't. It's too loud. So I got to do this first. The draft. I'm channeling my spirit guides. If anybody's new here, they don't know. You should always ask who you're channeling. If somebody's channeling for you, you should always say, who are you channeling? Because they should know who they're channeling. This is just my spirit guides. The draft. Wow. This is flickering back and forth. How interesting. It's like I see this and I see the energy instead of being on a line like this on a line, it's literally right here and it's flickering on all sides. It's like all possibilities right now, which means it hasn't been that we haven't shifted enough in a direction where it's been decided. It feels like both a possibility and an impossibility at the same time. Keep asking me in future lives and I'll keep channeling that one for you. It keeps flickering in and out of possible existence. It doesn't feel like the most likely scenario, but it doesn't feel like an impossibility. So it feels kind of like a lower percentage, but still at a possibility, if that makes sense. But everything is always working out for you. I need you to freaking remember that, right? My grandpa likes to tell the story about how he never got drafted in the war because he was sick that day. He literally had the flu. And so they skipped over him. And so he never had to go to war because he was just sick. And then they never came back around to him. It can be as stupid as that. Everything is always working out for you. The universe is wild, right? The universe is wild. Here's the thing though, I'm getting full body chills right now as I'm thinking about this. Those who are at war currently, a lot of them currently, and those who will join up or join, just join. Those are the people who are going to lay their arms down and not do it. And that's both physical and metaphorical. Those are the people that are going to say, I'm not, absolutely not. I'm not following orders because this is a suicide mission. This is insanity, right? I'm not I'm not going to do this because it's not right. I'm not going to do this. These are all reasons that I'm hearing. I'm not going to do this because this is not my war. I'm not going to do this because this is not for the people. This is just for the few people that are in charge, right? I'm not going to do this because I can't. I physically can't. My body won't let me do this, right? All of these reasons. I'm hearing them. I'm hearing like almost like people having these thoughts, hearing these thoughts of I'm not going to do this. And this is when and nobody wants to do this on any side. It's not just the United States, you guys. I'm channeling this for literally the entire world. And it's gonna, oh my God, I just saw this. We're gonna hear probably through like whatever news you listen to. Sometimes that means social media, and sometimes it means the actual news. We're gonna be hearing, this is gonna be the things that go mega viral when it happens. We're going to be seeing evidence of people who are trained soldiers, trained their entire lives, people who are even in societies who are, you go to be trained as a soldier, and that's what makes you the most proud. Even those societies, people are like, I'm not doing this, because the children are different. They're being born at a higher vibrational frequency than ever before, like every new generation, higher and higher and higher. And they're like, this is the stupidest, worst waste of time. This is the stupidest thing you could do with your time here. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. Oh yeah, I read the November elections already. I that was in deeper downloads. I was telling everybody in the November deeper downloads that it was that they cheated and it wasn't their election way before we had the evidence and data for that. Yeah. I've talked some about the month of April. I'm tired. I think I'm only going to be able to channel one more thing. I'm really tired, you guys. These are really good questions. If what you're using for your Blue Lotus felt too light, make it more concentrated because everybody's a little bit different. I don't use the flowers. Mine are already ground up, so they're like small bits. So I don't know how much would be like a single big flower. Yeah, I'm listening to my body. I'm going to do one more, I think. Hmm. How good can it get? How good can it get? Like, really? The man in white. I've been getting that question a lot. So I channeled on, I think this is in deeper downloads. I channeled on this man in white. I'm not getting any more on this person in white. I literally don't know who this is yet. But I'm being asked to not focus on that right now. The last energy I think that I'm going to share today. What are my guides asking? Hold on. Let me come back to center really quick. There's a lot of fear around being attacked from the outside, and this goes for every country, every continent. This is not just the United States. This is everywhere equally. There's a lot of fear everywhere about being attacked from the outside, being attacked from sleeper agents and missiles in the air and underground agents and all kinds of things. There's a lot of fear around that. They want you to know that those people have been here the whole time. So it's not like a new energy. Those kind of things have been happening the whole time. It's not new, it's not worse, it's not exaggerated. Those things have already been happening. So instead of focusing on those things happening, because we're having a lot of pre-panic, I can see a lot of people pre-panicking about those things. What you're doing is you're drawing that into you. And even if that were to happen to you, the experience of any of those things being attacked from the inside of your own country, if that were to happen to you and you're pre-panicking about it, you've wasted all that time that you could have shifted your energy out of that possibility in the pre-panic mode. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I don't know. My guides are literally saying it's not worse now. It's been happening. We just haven't really known about it. We haven't been focused on it. It hasn't been happening. So we could be using this time. Ooh, that made your ear ring. Oh, they have the reservist. So we could be, give me a second. We could be using this time to be focusing on the possibilities of what we want instead of the possibilities that we are afraid of. Because here's the thing. Ooh, full body. Oh my God, I almost felt nauseous from this. The phrase is, why are you loyal to your worry? Go be loyal to your joy. Stop being loyal to your freaking worry. You're being so loyal to the things that you're worried about that you are forcing yourself to stay and worry. Worry does not get you out of it. Worry does not help you prepare for anything, right? Be loyal to your joy. Stop being loyal to your worry, right? Yeah. Yeah. I'm getting all the chills, all the freaking my goosebumps all over my arms. Yeah. You just have to make a choice. Okay. Reservists. I made a promise about reservists. Thank you guys for reminding me. I'm getting that some reservists will be called to duty, but it's a very small amount overall. This is just for the United States. It's a very small amount overall. Some will be called to duty and some will be transported to different places. But this is interesting. By the time that they get transported, it's basically over. It's essentially over. It's the beginning of the end by the time they get transported. It's like they wait. It's like they wait too long. That right? Too long. They don't realize they've waited too long, but energetically, they've waited too long to call them up. And by the time that the reservists get to where they're supposed to be getting, it's already starting to fall apart. Everything's already crumbling. And the reservists are going to help it be part of the crumble as well. But most of them won't even be called up because it's going to start to fall apart. I'm getting even budgets and funding. Is the Department of Homeland Security still freaking shut down? Is that still happening? I'm not paying attention to the news very much. Yes, it's still shut down. Okay. Yeah, they don't have the manpower to do the things that what they're doing is they're destroying everything from the inside. This is the United States on such an epic scale. They're the reasons why all of this is crumbling. Those who are in charge right now of the United States government, they're the reasons why everything is crumbling because they're destroying it, they're gutting it. And it's not because it's not there's no logic, there's no forward thinking. They're only thinking about right now and they're reacting with emotion instead of with logic. They're getting their feelings hurt and they're being pouty about it. They're acting like children about it. So they're gutting all these programs and they're very short-sighted. So they're taking money from here to throw it over here and then later they're going to realize the only way to save themselves is if they had money here and it's like, well, you screwed yourself. No impulse control. Yeah. Yeah. And it does take time to get orders written, get in location, then get transported. You're right, you're right. Right. Ooh, a house of cards falling inward, and I got full body chills when I read that, clever girl. Yeah. Maybe we can pull some cards next time when I go live next week. I think we can pull cards next week and we can pull more energy on what's going on because I know it's a lot. You know it's a lot. Oh, I just saw this question. What's happening with the United Nations? I immediately heard the United Nations is compromised. I don't know any more about that. It's too weak. I think there's too many holes in it that it can't be effective in the way that it should be. Mm, mm. Ooh, you got chills when I said that? Yeah. It's imploding. It's imploding. Yeah. Oh, good. It's aligning with what you've been getting too. Good. I love the validation. Yeah, here's the thing. When I'm channeling stuff and you guys are also getting it, or you've heard other people channel similar things that energetically feel similar, that's more data, more evidence, more oomph behind, hey, this is probably a real channeled message, right? So, anyway, and I don't listen to other channeled people because I want to stay in my own energy. So, when you guys are like, oh, this person channeled that, that's news to me and great. Thank you for the synchronicity. Thank you for the confirmation. My face literally shows when I channel. Oh, it got flushed? Oh, no, I don't feel warm. My face got flushed when I channel? I don't even know what I look like when I channel. I kind of like leave for a second. That's so funny. Well, hello to the UK. Oh yeah, the Ides of March download. Yeah, go back and watch my notebook messages. Scroll back through my videos and watch my notebook messages from anywhere that resonates with you, but starting November of last year, like from the election, starting from that point up through like the springtime, all those channeled messages are literally still holding true. The time was wrong because I was assuming things and I don't do that anymore. Channeling, my God, I've learned so much. It's outrageous. I've learned so much about myself, my own channeling, and communication and all that with my spirit guides to use their exact verbiage and not um, translate it. Like I was channeling that he's not going to win the election, and he didn't win the election. But when I heard he's not going to win, I thought, oh, that means Kamala is going to win. No, that was me translating and adding my own thing. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, the past deeper downloads too. The past deeper downloads is where I talk about the really insane stuff that has come to light now. Most of that stuff has just come to light, right? Oh my God. Some of the stuff that was in the Epstein files, I was like, this stuff is going to come to light. And people are like, that's insane. I'm like, I know. And a lot of people didn't believe it. You can watch all those old deeper downloads. I have channeled messages that I provide at the beginning of them. All of that is there now for you to watch. But you can also separately, it's a separate energy, go back and watch the old notebook messages from November of 24 through the spring of 25. Because all of those, I have been going back and reading those and watching some of those old videos to see if they still resonate. And all of those are still resonating. So I think it was just, I was so very hopeful that it was just going to end as soon as it began. And that obviously couldn't happen. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to leave you with one last thought. Okay. Because I'm seeing this question, are the US airports safe? And this is something that reminded me of when I was talking to somebody the other day about this. We're literally existing in two separate realities, and there's still a lot of overlap. So we can still see what's happening in the 3D and the 5D, no matter where, if you're living in the 3D or the 5D. Okay. So you can still see this. But we are existing in two separate realities. I have traveled a lot lately in the past several months. And it almost has always been when there's been a freaking government shutdown and TSA hasn't been there. And I have not one time experienced the long TSA lines. I have not seen the lines be wrapped outside the building or in the parking decks and all that. And I just traveled the other day when I saw multiple airports and the lines were outside in the parking decks to go through security. I got through security in less than probably 2 minutes. It was insane. That's because we're existing in two separate realities, you guys. Some people really are experiencing that, and some people really are experiencing a higher frequency. We're in two different timelines. Okay. So, right. You just traveled to LA and had 0 issues. Yeah. One of those was in LA. My dad just traveled in Fort Lauderdale. When I saw Fort Lauderdale airports, it was out on the street, like on the sidewalk for security. He didn't experience that on literally the same day I was seeing these videos. So it just depends on kind of which timeline, or not timeline, which reality you're living in, right? And the steering wheel to direct which reality you live in, the lower vibrational or the higher vibrational, is your energetic focus. So the more you can focus on what's the best that can happen, and this is where I'm at, and I'm focusing on myself, and I'm healing, I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm just doing the best that I can, the more that you steer towards those possibilities, and things like travel is easy and safe, right? Does that make sense? Hello, Ireland. And mainstream media will push this. I was talking about more. I don't watch mainstream media anymore, literally at all. It's just on social media. So it's just, why are you so loyal to your worry? I'm just going to repeat that. I'm going to leave you with that. Why are you so loyal to your worry? Kids are fine. Kids are safe. Kids are protected. Here's the thing. If you need help to get out of your own head, because I know it's easy to get stuck and it's hard to get unstuck once you got stuck. If you need to get out of your own head, the Alignment Trilogy, Wave 1, Get Out of Your Head expansion pack, that is the best place to start, you guys. That is the absolute best place to start. Okay? Get out of your freaking head. It teaches you how to get out of your head, and you can watch it over and over and over again. You have to focus on what you want and not what you don't want. The more that you focus on what you don't want, the more that you literally create that reality for yourself. Yeah. See, she did it last week and it helped. Yeah. It's just, you have to focus on, you do that one once a week now. Yeah. The Alignment Trilogy is a game changer. Yeah. They're videos. Yeah. So each expansion pack is set up in the same way. Watch, meditate, integrate. So you watch a video where I explain the whole deal, what the problem is, so you learn about it. Then the second part of that same wave is meditate, and it's a guided meditation where you literally shift your energy. You let go of all the shit that's keeping you from where you want to be, and you accept all the shit that's helping you move you along. And the third part is integrate. I literally hold your hand while we integrate into the new version of you. And it all takes usually about an hour, sometimes under an hour. Watch, meditate, integrate. every expansion pack, but the Get Out of Your Head one is the best place to start for things that are happening like right now. Okay. It's the Alignment Trilogy. Yeah. And you can do it over and over and over again. Oh my God, yeah. You got the channeling pack, you never completed it? Yeah. And if you want to learn how to channel for yourself and channel all this stuff yourself, I'm literally teaching you how to channel. You don't have to rely on me or anybody else. There's the channeling trilogy with those expansion packs. The alignment trilogy, if you're like, I'm so sick of feeling sick and tired, go get yourself back in alignment, right? Get your own ass back into alignment. Use the alignment trilogy. All this stuff is super easy to use. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Okay. Yeah. If it feels like a fight to live, I highly recommend watching the video I posted today, right? And doing the Get Out of Your Head expansion pack. Okay? Highly recommend. Both of those things are going to make the big big difference. I love you guys so much. Genuinely do. I love you. I love you. I love you. Yes, go Palo Santo the bedroom. Yes, I love you. Thank you so much for just wanting to do better, even if you don't know how. I love that. I love that about you. You guys are really beautiful. There's not going to be live on Friday because I'm tired. I need a break. Just so you know, but I will be, it's just because I'm tired. I will be back next week with our regular Wednesday, Friday lives. So we'll be hanging out with each other. So in the meantime, go do the expansion pack. Go watch the replays of the lives. Go watch the old notebook videos, right? From spring of 2025. Things like that. Okay. Just shift yourself. Move your ass. Okay. Okay. You can do it. I did it. I was in a deep pit of despair and I did it. If I can do it, freaking you guys can do it. Okay. I love you so much. Go do something weird. Go follow your freaking joy. You absolutely deserve it. Okay. Okay. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you soon. Bye.